Today is the 2nd of May and I'm still alive. I'm still here. I have just been busy being a mom and trying to get something done on this farm that don't go anywhere. But I try my best. I have a rule for myself that I at least need to go out and try do something. Even though it's not much, maybe just something, dig a little hole in the garden or something that I managed to do with my right arm. But my state right now, after they took the cord out and the device is back to normal, poorly sleeping. What else should I say? It just feels like I'm complaining. And I don't want to complain. But I also want to keep this as a memory when I see all the huge progress I'm making when I have my permanent device. That will happen really soon. So I have set that goal for myself that I need to do something in the garden or on the fields. It's not quite time for fields right now. It's too cold still. And I actually have a video from the 28th of April when me and my baby boy, he's not a baby. He's my baby though. David and I was out with the dogs. That's our evening routine thing that we have kept. We started that right before this test run. He and I decided we will go out with the boys. With the boys, I mean our dogs. For a walk every night or every evening, just him and me, so we can have just a moment together, because he's 14 now and I feel like he's slipping away from me and I need to catch up with him. He loves to be out with dogs. I love to be out with dogs, so I used to take them when he's in school, and then he often would take them when he comes home, and we just decided we will make that our thing. We take them in the evenings instead for a walk, and I record a part of it when we was walking through all the fields. I basically lives around fields and the forest. And I'm blessed, if you ask me. You slipped away. So, and it was a lovely evening. It was sunny but cold. And just a snippet of how it looks like where I live. Where I call home. So I will pop that in right here, right now. It's Friday, the 28th of April. Me and my oldest son is out with the dogs, the boys. That's our evening thing that we do more or less every evening, just me and David. And this is how it looks like around me. Fields and fields and fields and the forest. It's a beautiful evening. The clock is 8 o'clock in the evening, and I think it's like 10 degrees Celsius outside. And yeah, just a brief little update from the middle part of Sweden, right to the east coast, where I live. I'm really struggling with my words today. even the Swedish words. And if you are a new viewer and you didn't realize it, I'm coming from Sweden, and I'm living in Sweden with my 4 lovely kids and my wonderful husband, and I'm living on a farm with my crazy dogs and my crazy bird animals. That means chicken, hens, ducks. Anyways, what were I talking about before? I don't know. I have not had the new surgery yet. The new surgery will be delayed. It's okay. We have to wait for some blood work because Alva catched the chicken pox, and we expect that. It was nothing surprising because Victor had the chicken pox before my surgery. The day before my surgery, he broke out with the chicken pox, and I didn't even think about it. Not at all, actually, if I should be honest, because if you have it when you were little, then you are immune to it. You have the antibody for it. If you're not, or me, or if you're not me, I can say, I don't have antibody for chickenpox, and yeah, that's not good. But I didn't think about that. I didn't. But I did get vaccinated right after I did give birth to Alva. Just a few hours after. And then I have never thought about it again. And I mentioned it for my surgeon when he was talking with me last week, because I had to wait the last week just to heal up from the stitches and the cord, and the skin would be healed up nicely before they will go in and insert the permanent one, so it would be like 0 chance to catch an infection. And I told him Alva has chickenpox, and he told me, okay, that's okay. Do you had chickenpox when you were little? And I told him that I had to be vaccinated after Alva was born because I didn't have the antibodies, and he asked me how long it had been, yada yada yada. It had been 4 years ago. It is 4 years ago. And he told me, but you know that the vaccine is just good for 5 years, so we have to run some blood tests to see that you don't carry the virus in your systems, or if you still have the antibodies for the chickenpox, or if we will have to give you a booster shot. Okay, long story short, I need to wait for 2 weeks from today to actually take the tests for that to see if something happening. I have some clear spot there. And after that we will try to figure out a date for the surgery, depending on the blood test, because I have quite a high risk to actually put this thing out. The thing, did I say the thing? That's a new thing. The device out and the cord, because of I have had so many surgeries, so many big surgery with new items, strange items that not actually belong in my body, like a shoulder of titanium, some screws, some spikes, and things that are not a natural thing to have in your body. And my shoulder have not healed up yet. Actually, it's still not healed. It has been a year now, so yeah, that's not good. And I have had 3 surgery in 1 year, and they are 4 surgery for be exactly with the last one. So they are a little bit worried, so they will he said if I didn't have these other surgeries and everything had been messed up, first of all, I would not even be in this position then. But if I didn't have all this other surgery and I needed this device for some other reason, he would not even be worried. But now we have to be safe, rather safe than sorry. So that's what's happening right now. We are waiting for blood works. He was not so worried at all. He thinks it's gonna be fine. He thinks my vaccine is still fine because I have not catch it. And yeah, we will see. We shall see what's happening. I'm not so worried. I'm just happy Alva is better and she's back on daycare, because she really have missed her friends and her teacher, and she just loved to be there. And that's my breathing moment, when she is on kindergarten and the other kids as well, so I can manage to do some type of resting because we are back to not sleeping well again. But anyway, ramble on. I thought I would try to keep this short, but it's probably gonna be a longer one again. I have made some finished object. I have been able to knit a bit, even though it's have been crazy much work outside in the garden. It's just that season right now. I will just try to lay it out a little more beautiful before I flip the camera. So now I'm gonna flip the camera and I'm gonna talk about the finished. Here it is. It's of course the Havsnymfstunic for Alva. She chosen to have short sleeves and I really love this. Ooh, what have, oh, it was just a dark thread. It looked like a giant top, but it was dark there. Yeah, so I really love that. I really love this lace. It was so fun to make. It was so easy. So that's the finished object. But I also talked about the two yarns or skein from Lergason. I will try to do this as smooth as possible. Not so easy. See if I can do it like this. This cord is horrible. I will talk about more about this cord in a little bit. I am meaning this cord now. No cords. So here we have it with some screenshot. I didn't manage to do this as nicely as I thought I would. Here it's the true BFL Twist DK skein from Lergason. It's the peach one. It's this one. I'll see if it will focus. That's Remni's peach. Don't mind my nails. I have dyed some black things and it don't going away. I will talk about that more later on this week. And this pink one, this one, is, let's see if it will focus. BFL Twist DK. This is focusing on my finger. DK Kirby's pink. So that's two of the objects. One is finished, one I'm working on, and I'm gonna use up every tiny little bit of this. This is the Harvest cardigan from Tinker Knits to Alva. So I have used the body part left. If I would go from the measurement in the pattern, I would stop here and start the hem, but I will use up everything, so it's gonna be a long cardigan, and I think it's gonna be just nice for her. But I also gonna start a new project. It's why I am sitting right here right now. I would do a quilt, and this is the fabric. It is unicorns. Let me see if I can do this quite nicely. More unicorns. And this was not so easy. More unicorn. And I think you got it. It's unicorn through the all. So I got interrupted again. Phone call. Yeah. But I will cut out my fabric squares. Then I mean cut out. My favorite toy. That's my favorite one. And I call it a toy. It's not a toy in any mean. But it's my favorite. I'm not sponsored. It's from Clover. It's the best one, if you ask me. It holds up so well. I love this one, and I think more or less every blade on the market you can buy are actually working with this. The few I have found anyway. Yeah, so just a tip, but I need to catch up with some lovely vloggers and podcasters. I need to catch up with Cary from my wool mitten farm, and Susan from Wild Irish Cottage, and Michelle from A Simple Life. So I will have a lot of company when I cutting out my squares, because that's the boring part, if you ask me. And yeah, what else? What else? I don't know. I don't know. And I actually thinking of starting a new knitting project again, even though I have so many whips. But I was watching Nikki from Knitting with Cat Hairs last episode, and she showed of her beautiful daffodil from Maria Wallen. I started that one last spring, I think, and it didn't survive. Alva got a grip on the needles and she ripped it out, and I had so much struggle with that before. So I rip it all out, and I have plenty of Holst Super Soft left. I didn't knit it in Holst Super Soft, but I have plenty of Holst Super Soft left after my yellow cardigan. I have almost a whole cone of, let's see, I will flip you over again, hold on. If you can see that one right up there, the pink one, it is pink, like, no, candy floss from Holst Super Soft, from Holst yarn Super Soft. And I think I maybe will start a daffodil in that one and make it short sleeved like Nikki did, because that tee, I have to say now, then, or sweater, turned out so beautiful. It was so beautiful. And I think, I don't remember if she used Nikki, did you use Sweet Pea? Or what was the colorway called? It's also a more pink one, and it was just so cute and beautiful. And yeah, I know, so Holst Super Soft, be careful because it will shrink on you. Maybe not the whole cone, maybe just a few pieces of the cone, a few meters of the cones, and you will have a surprise. That happened with my yellow cardigan. If you not have watched my podcast, I had a huge meltdown. But I think I will start the daffodil again. I do already have the pattern, and I really wanted to knit that one, so we will see in my next vlog if I actually did it or not. But anyway, go and check the other girls out. You will not get disappointed, I promise. I will go now, and I will probably see you tomorrow if everything goes as I plan. So have a great Tuesday, or every day you are watching this, whatever day you are watching this, because I will not be talking anymore right now because my brain is stopped working. It's some other place. So I will see you around, and bye bye. This is perfectly normal, isn't it? Yeah, it is. This is Goliath. He's my friend. He's my buddy. He's my buddy. Oh, do you have a cuddle? He's my buddy. He's an old rooster. He's the oldest one. He's my oldest one. And that's my mess to a kitchen. So this is what we are doing today. Rooster. Kiddo. Buddy. Cuddle.